So picture this. There's this girl you're really into, right? Things are going great between you two. She's all in. Texting you. Replying lightning fast. Even throwing in some flirty vibes. It's exactly how you want it. But then out of the blue, everything takes a U-turn. She pulls the classic disappearing act. No texts. No calls. Radio silence. In a nutshell, she's gone ice cold on you. She's pulled away when you're pursuing her, and you're left wondering, what the heck just happened? Now, what do you do in this tricky situation? It's a delicate dance, my friend. Unfortunately, many guys mess it up big time when this goes down, then the girl's gone forever. Lucky for you, that's not gonna happen after you watch this video. I'm spilling the beans on the 5 mistakes men make when pursuing her and she pulls away. Don't worry, you won't be making these mistakes. Plus, I've got a simple 2-step game plan to reel her back in and get her pumped to take things to the next level with you. So grab a comfy seat, kick back, and tune into what might just be the most useful video you'll stumble upon this week. First things first, let's get why a girl starts pulling away in the first place. It's like a test, you know? A test to check out your confidence and emotional strength. They want to figure out if you're one of the strong ones or if you fall into the weaker category. It's all about seeing how you handle the heat and the challenges. It's their way of getting a real look at your character when the attention and validation dial down. That's when the real you comes out. No masks, no tactics, just authenticity. And why do they care about that? Well, it's in their biological wiring. They're wired to pick the strongest and best partner. All that testing and probing you hear about, it's just hardwired into their system by default. It's not like they're consciously trying to make your life complicated or miserable. Most guys miss this point, get frustrated and angry when a woman starts testing them. So now that we've got why girls do the whole pulling away thing, let's dig into the blunders guys make when it goes down. Check it out. Here are the top 5 slip-ups most guys make. So let's talk about mistake number 1, the classic overcontacting move in the pursuit game. It's like the go-to panic mode for guys when a girl starts acting all distant. The moment they sense that validation slipping away, the panic stations start. They're all in their heads like, what the heck just happened? Did I blow it? Did she lose interest? Cue the frantic thoughts. And what's their genius solution? Flood her inbox. Calls, texts, reactions to every single story on social media, you name it. It's like a full-blown campaign to grab her attention again. Here's the thing. This is exactly what the girl doesn't want. When a guy pulls all these moves, it screams, I can't survive without your attention and validation. Not a good look. It's basically a neon sign flashing, I'm panicking, and I'm emotionally not so sturdy. And worst of all, it shouts, I desperately need your approval. And you know what happens when a girl sees all this? Repulsion. It's harsh but true. These moves are like neon signs pointing to a guy being weak and low value, and trust me, no girl's aiming for that kind of guy. Now let's dive into mistake number 2, the classic confessing your feelings move. This one's like a direct sequel to the initial panic that hits so many guys. They notice the girl isn't giving them the time of day, panic sets in, and suddenly they're convinced they missed the boat with her. So in a last-ditch effort to flip the script, they spill the beans on their feelings. They pour out how much they like or love her, keep asking her out, and basically lay their heart on the line, all out of sheer panic. But here's the kicker. All it does is reveal more not-so-great things about the guy. Once again, it screams to the girl, I can't handle pressure. I'm kinda weak. It shouts, I'm totally attached to your approval, and for good measure it shows her she can mess with his emotional state with a snap. On top of that, confessing feelings at this point adds a ton of pressure on the girl, making things seriously uncomfortable. And let's be real, if a girl's feeling uncomfortable dealing with you, is she going to want to stick around? Nope, not a chance. It just makes the decision to bounce even clearer for her. Now let's tackle mistake number 3, letting anger take the wheel. Look, it's totally normal to feel ticked off when a girl starts pulling away. I get it. But here's the deal. Getting all angry won't do you any favors in this situation. Being angry tends to push guys to do one of 2 not-so-great things. First off, you might go full scorched earth, delete chats, wipe her number, unfollow on social media, the whole deal. Or option 2, you throw down an ultimatum. You tell her to stop playing games, spill if she's into you or not, you get the drill. Now if you go with option 1, cutting her out of your life from a place of anger is a big red flag. Once the anger fades, and trust me you'll start feeling regret. Regret for cutting her off and losing something valuable. That regret might lead you to reach out again, coming off as all needy and desperate. And guess where that leads? Yep, straight to a brutal, painful rejection. Now on to option 2, giving her an ultimatum. The hitch here is your emotional state. Girls have this uncanny ability to sense a guy's true emotional vibe. So if you lay down an ultimatum from a place of strength and calmness, the girl might sense it and thaw out. But if she sniffs out anger, you're kissing her goodbye forever, no questions asked. It shows her she got to you, broke your emotional stability, exposed your weak side, and once she figures that out, she's out of there. Now let's unpack mistake number 4, the apologetic behavior trap. This one's a biggie. Right after a girl starts giving you the cold shoulder, tons of guys are hit with this wave of regret. They're convinced they blew it with the girl and blame themselves. They start dissecting every move, wondering if it was not meeting up last Saturday, maybe teasing her too much, or dropping a compliment on another girl that did the damage. These thoughts are in a loop in their heads, and they reach the oh-so-logical conclusion that they need to apologize or, at the very least, justify their actions. I mean, it makes sense, right? Show her you're a good guy, own up to it. Well, hold up, because that's not how it plays out. In reality, the moment a guy acts on that impulse, starts apologizing or justifying past actions, he's waving goodbye to her permanently. Why? Because once again it screams weakness, a lack of emotional stability, and being too attached to her approval. And let me tell you, these traits are major turnoffs for women. It's like a one-way ticket to make her leave you for good. Now on to the next one. Now let's talk about the grand finale. Mistake number 5, questioning your self-worth. This one's deep, maybe the most dangerous of the bunch. It doesn't just mess up your shot at winning back the girl who pulled away, it messes with your game with women in general. Here's the lowdown. So after a girl goes cold, guys are hit with the regret wave, as I mentioned earlier. But this time, it takes a darker turn. Instead of apologizing or justifying, this regret takes them on a journey of questioning and slashing their own self-worth. How? Well, once they start regretting losing the girl, they turn the blame inward. They start thinking there's something fundamentally wrong with them that scared her off. Maybe it's their looks, their job, or just the way they talk. All kinds of self-critical thoughts flood in, and soon they're feeling like a total loser who can't land a girl. As a result, getting the girl back is not even on their radar. It's out of the realm of possibility. So what do? Throw in the towel. And it doesn't stop there. Now they're doubting if they can ever get another girl to like them. Their self-esteem and sense of self-worth take a serious hit. Moving forward, dealing with girls and trying to attract them feels like a Herculean task compared to what it used to be. And that, my friends, is a tough pill to swallow. Now that wraps up the list of common mistakes guys tend to make when pursuing her and she pulls away. You should have a pretty good grasp of what not to do. Now let's dive into what you should do. So here's the game plan. Step 1. Give her some space. When a woman goes cold on you, this is your go-to move. You gotta let her have her space, let her pull away, and put the focus back on living your own life. Why? Well, when you give her that space, you're showing strength and confidence. It tells her you can handle the pressure because her attention withdrawal doesn't faze you. And most crucially, it screams that you're not a needy guy. Your world doesn't orbit around her. You can enjoy and live your life without her. These are precisely the things she's testing you for in the first place. Once she catches a glimpse of all this, she'll start coming back to you. Slowly but surely, she'll start reaching out again. Now let's break down step 2, spiking her emotions when she comes back. Now after giving her some space and she starts reaching out again, it might seem like you're ready to welcome her back with open arms. But hold up, there's still work to be done. Here's the deal. When most guys see the girl making a return, they lose it emotionally. They get all hyped up, thinking everything's back to normal, and all that desire they've been holding back turns into a final mistake, rushing things. They go from 0 to 100 real quick. It's like, hey, you're back. Let's go out. Or come over to my place. Almost immediately they pounce. Now it's understandable. You like this girl. You've been waiting. Why not be eager to have her back, right? Well, here's the kicker. That eagerness also signals something not so great about you. It tells the girl that you were actually desperate for her all this time, that her pulling away hit you hard, but you were trying to hide it. In other words, you lack confidence and emotional strength, but you tried to cover it up with a fake act. And trust me, women can sniff out fakes from a mile away, and they don't like it. Fake is a major turnoff. So what do you do instead? Right after she comes back, spike her emotions without making a move. Hit her with doses of pleasurable emotions during your interactions. Be bold. Create an emotional roller coaster in your conversations. This will get her eager to escalate things with you. She'll be looking forward to seeing you, coming over to your place, and so on. When you notice her investing more time interacting with you, more texts, calls, flirting, and hints at meeting up, that's your green light. You're finally free to make your move. You've got her back for good. If you find value, hit like and subscribe for more content. Bye.